So I was going over my Steam store and I noticed that Modern Warfare 3 had gotten its, or at least it was announcing its Season 1 Reloaded. Obviously, this is the Steam page, but kind of briefly going through it, I know there was just something that was weird. Something that was just strange to me while I was looking at it, and it kind of like almost like that feeling of having something in the corner of your eye, like, I don't know, something stuck in your eye, it's just kind of blurry or something. And then I looked a little bit deeper and keep in mind, right? I'm not trying to crap on anyone. I'm not trying to tell anyone, or I'm not trying to make fun of anyone for um what they're doing, because I certainly don't know how to make a game. I certainly don't know how to do quality control or anything like that. But I mostly just wanted to point these out as more of just kind of like, pointing at something to kind of joke about it, kind of laugh about it, things I noticed. Um, Obviously, many of these things would be quality control focused because, this is Call of Duty's PR. Um, so, you know, it is what it is. I do want to focus more on the light side of it because it did make me laugh. I found it entertaining, and I hope that you find it entertaining too. But most of it, honestly, doesn't look too bad. Some of it just looks a little bit strange. But what happened eventually was that I started looking deeper and into it, deeper into some of these photos, and I noticed just some weird oddities. So we're gonna pull up these images that I have set aside. And we're going to start with what I noticed first. So, this is the first thing that actually caught my eye on the Steam page. It's honestly a nice little setup of the gun. Um, Not the gun, though, that really caught my attention. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't play as much Call of Duty anymore. It just kind of sits in my feed now that I had once owned it. But I noticed that the handles on this car door don't seem to be very centered or level. And maybe I could be its design. It just that doesn't seem normal by any means. And I did look at one of the other pictures, one of the other promotional art for this map. I think it's a new map or something. I don't own multiplayer. I don't own the actual game itself. I've just played Warzone, so I can't tell you for sure. Maybe when it comes out, this is what it'll look like, and that's what it intentionally looks like. But that kind of set me off for a little bit. I looked at that, looked at the other picture. The picture did follow along with that. And then I just honestly, I started looking around. I started looking at other things and I got deeper and deeper into this little rabbit hole of like weird little inconsistencies. So the next one that I looked at was this one right here. And honestly, it's a nice little aesthetic picture. I like this character design. It reminds me a lot of Advanced Warfare. The whole sort of like um, darker undertone, darker clothes with the lighter overtones. Reminds me a lot of the exosuits. Um, I did have to say the gun looked a little strange. I think there's some sort of blueprint gun that's going to eventually come up, but it's okay. I think the way the magazine sits in there is a little strange, but that's probably normal. What did catch my eye about this, though, was that you have this whole river right here coming through, and you got all these nice reflections, and then you got the smoke, and the smoke kind of has a reflection, but I don't. And maybe keep in mind this could be like some smoke over the water because of who knows what. That doesn't really seem like it'd be the time of day for that, but I'm assuming that this smoke would be a reflection of this smoke. And as I was sort of trying to piece that together, I realized there was no helicopter. No helicopter up here. I don't know if the reflections work that way. If I can, I'll try to maybe put a clip of a helicopter going over maybe this exact part, see if the reflections actually do reflect over here, but nothing else super crazy about that. Then I started looking into other things. The table on the right here is clipping into the wall. Thought that was a little weird, but you know what? Stuff like that happens. The characters look fine. I don't remember this character having the weird skulls on the side of the face, but I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen that version of this character. Um, then I started noticing weird things. So this one's pretty good. I like the style. It seems like the back of this building is clipping though. I don't know. Maybe that's a design choice or something. I didn't see anything else too weird about this picture. I do like the design. The purple is nice. New F2000. There's something weird about it. I don't know. Maybe it's just like the way that this one looks. I don't know. This one just seems. I was looking at it. I can't find anything that I think is wrong with it, but it just looks strange. But then, so this is where it starts to get interesting for me. I looked at this picture and I'm like, oh, this picture looks fine. It's kind of weird though. Like this one's the shadow on this guy's a little weird, but I mean, it's probably a perspective thing. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not super iffy on shadows. This guy has a shadow. No, this guy doesn't have a shadow. Not that big of a deal. And I was like, hey, what's going on with his leg? Like, I can't figure like this is supposed to be behind it. I get that. But it looks like it was pasted over his current leg and his foot's facing that way. I don't know, man. That's kind of weird. He looks okay. I'll be honest with you. I'm not even sure if these guys are the same resolution as the background. That looks a little weird. And then, and then we got this. I guess this guy is supposed to be behind this guy, but he seems to be clipping over him. Also missing a leg. Not sure what's going on there. This guy, low resolution. It looks like clip art, honestly. It looks like clip art, and I get that. You know, it makes me wonder if like this whole thing is just clip art with all the stuff added in. I would have much preferred to see a lot more of this stuff in engine, but it is what it is. That did make me laugh a lot, though. I don't know if anyone else is going to feel the same, but this guy is clearly supposed to be behind this guy, but he's not. Then I started noticing smaller things, nothing too crazy. This is a really nice picture. I don't know what map this is. I don't know if this is a new multiplayer map. It reminds me of that one from the I'd like to say either the original Modern Warfare or Modern Warfare 2. Uh Honestly, really happy with the way that this looks visually until I realized that from at least from what I'm seeing here, and I could be wrong, just the way that this looks, it looks like this part of the magazine is not there. Like the bottom. Like it there's a clear there's a clear bottom on this one. It has a very distinctive color kind of shape to it. And then like I think maybe you could say, but it just doesn't look the same. Like this is supposed to be the AR shotgun. Um and I or um the magazine like I don't know, maybe I'm just looking at it weird, but it matches like perfectly. If it is there, if it is rendered properly, it's matching perfectly with this background. I don't know what's going on with that. Um Aside from that though, I didn't notice anything weird about this pic. I didn't notice anything weird. Keep in mind, I'm only showing you some of the pictures that are actually featured. Um so there could be a lot worse that I know about or that I am not noticing. This one was a funny one. Oh, so, nice picture. Got bullets up on this thing. Probably an objective of some sort. Character looked fine here. This background one out of focus, so you can't really tell. The building looked fine. No issues. And then I started looking at this guy, and I was like, He's got a cool little setup. He's almost got like this sort of like exosuit look to him, very advanced warfare. I really like that, especially since he's got the little knee guards and shin guards. I like that. It's very and then I started looking a little bit closer at his gun, which is supposed to be I think it's supposed to be the blueprint gun, but as you can see, there's a part of his gun that is just not edited correctly or did not appear. I don't know what the deal is going on here, but this is clearly the back wall and this thing. This is literally clearly being you can clearly see what's going on back here behind it. So I don't know. I don't know if they're bringing out the X-ray skins early. I like X-ray skins, but not enough to buy them. But yeah, I do like the character though. This one is a little weird for me. Because I actually had to have somebody else look at it. Um, this there's something just strange about this. Like it's not a bad design, but the way that it looks, if you look at it like really closely, it looks like somebody kind of went over this with MS Paint. Because you can see like you have these, and then there's a clear difference in the definition right here. Like somebody touched up with MS Paint. Not a bad thing, but it's kind of visible. I really feel like around the where the knuckles are, it seemed very apparent. Some of the designs here, I somebody did well to clean it up. They did some good cleaning job here. If it was MS Paint, if it's not, then it's not. But like it just there's something, and you can see right here. There's like some sort of gamma boosting. I don't know what it is, but like the actual shadows or the whatever the heck this is supposed to be was so weirdly balanced. I can't really tell what the deal is on it. You basically just have a character that kind of like one general brighter color looks all the same. So I don't know what the deal is on that guy because you don't see it at all in this guy. Like obviously there's this line here that looks like some sort of MS Paint, so some sort of add-on that might have happened afterwards. Everything else still looks pretty good. Didn't notice anything about the background or anything like that. I wonder how many of these were actually like rendered shots and then models added in. I feel like that's what's probably going to happen more often than not. I think that only leaves us this one left, and this one I thought was really funny. Honestly, good character design. Um, I mean, I don't know if it's anything specific to the series. I didn't play the campaign. I heard it was pretty short. Not too enthusiastic about that. But then I was looking at this guy, and he was like, "He looks fine. He looks fine." Then I look closer into his face. Oh, that's gonna give me nightmares. Look at it. You can see like the edges of where his face is, and then it's just the eyes. Pure circular eyes. Just unblinking. uh, I couldn't see anything else weird, but the pictures are there for anybody to check up on the internet. I just wanted to put a few minutes out. I thought it was funny. Um, but yeah. Um, I hope Call of Duty keeps on doing whatever it's doing. I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty. I'll be honest with you. I feel like the game's not nearly as fun anymore, but that's just my opinion. Um, the only reason I have Call of Duty now is honestly because of my dad, and we played together. It's one of the few games that we can kind of just play no matter what. Because I play on PC, he plays on PlayStation 5, and we can still have fun together. But yeah, I just noticed that. Thought it was funny. I wanted to share it somehow. Don't know how well this video is going to be edited, but if thank you for being here.